Kyle says, is there a way we can scale up our link building for location pages to add local relevance while maintaining high quality? Talking about lead gen sites with 200 plus location pages and only GMBs and citations in 3 or 4 key areas. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your site structure, right? If you build the structure properly on your site, then if you have a bunch of geo pages, they're going to be within directories on the site, right? So silos, categories, whatever you want to call them. And so you can hit key points, right? There's optimization points on the site that you can hit with links that can help to kind of power up everything below it. There's kind of two kind of link building approaches and also internal linking approaches. There's the top down approach or the bottom up approach, right? The top down approach is kind of starting at the top and linking from the top level pages down to more specific pages and or supporting posts, right? The bottom up approach is the reverse of that. It's linking from supporting pages up to the next, subcategory or category page, and then up from there to the top level page or whatever. So there's 2 ways to do it. And when you're talking about doing hundreds of location pages, so geo pages or posts, all the way down to a neighborhood level in some cases, and I'm testing that same shit in the mornings on Twitch. That's exactly what I'm doing. Then you can find, then it's smarter. And by the way, just to be clear, for my entire local SEO career, I've always mainly done a bottom up approach where I would always target long tails first, start to rank those, and then I would work my way up towards the top level terms. And so oftentimes I would start link building to supporting posts. So again, it was always a bottom up approach. And that's even how I structured my site builds with kind of the internal linking flowing from the bottom up. But I've seen both ways perform really, really well. And so because of the geo page stuff and that is working really well. There's no question. The targeting locations, mini locations, even all the way down to a neighborhood level when it's appropriate, when it's needed, does absolutely help. I'm seeing good results with that. So that makes it hard to do the bottom up approach, right? Because as you mentioned in your question, 200 location pages, you'd need a shit ton of money budget to be able to build links to all those, at least if they're decent links, right? If you're spamming it, then, you could probably do it. So I've had to change kind of my strategy, and I'm doing more now on the bottom top down approach, both with my site builds, as mentioned several times today already. I'm doing in the mornings, building these different site structures. I'm building them with more of the kind of bottom top down approach, but also link building opportunities. Because now you have the top level directories and, and as you get further down into the site, all the way down to location pages, there should be several points before you get all the way down to that location page that you can build links to that will power up everything below that. If it's a top down internal linking structure, that makes sense. So anyways, there's things that can be done with the build when you're structuring the build so that you have kind of points that you can build links to that will power up everything below it or within it, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that's how I would do it. I've had to change my strategy specifically because I'm doing a lot more with location and geo pages now. So